Most bankers aren't ready to help you until after their third cup of coffee. But with Central National Bank's after-hours service, you don't have to wait for the bank lobby to open to get help. You can contact us from 6 to 8:30 in the morning or from 5 to 10 in the evening, and we'll connect you to a real, live, local person who can answer questions and fix problems 7 days a week. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC.
This episode is brought to you by Paramount Plus. Ewan McGregor stars as Count Alexander Rostov in A Gentleman in Moscow, the new limited series based on the best-selling novel. Stream it with the Paramount Plus with Showtime plan. Visit ParamountPlus.com to try it free.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Central Texas Life with Ann Harder presents Central Texas Events.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Central Texas Events. And I'm here with the wonderful Sarah Holder with some of our thoughts.
Yeah.
Podcast. And it was about a year ago. We were sitting down talking about Rootstock.
Yes, it's back.
It is back, and it is a premier wine festival for Central Texas, but some twists this year because you're in a new venue, which I'm so happy to.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
New venue this year. We will be having the festival at the Earl Harrison House and Pape Gardens here in Waco. And
what lovely.
It's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. I can't wait.
Well, I was just there for an event. And, of course, it was after hours. It was in the dark, but it is so pretty. And so this event is during the day, right?
It is. So it's Saturday, April 20th from 2 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. So, yes, daytime, maybe a little hint of sunset, but definitely during the day.
Oh, it's going to be good. And, of course, this is, as I say, a premier wine event, but there are our wineries, 12 Texas wineries that will be involved. But you've kind of got to focus this year.
We do. So historically, Rootstock has always been a Texas wine festival, and it still is a Texas wine festival. And this year, the focus is actually sparkling wine. And whether anyone knows it or not, Texas is having a huge, huge sparkling wine movement.
Isn't it interesting?
It is.
You don't think about Texas and sparkling wine.
I feel like, a few years ago, rosé was the thing, right? Everyone was new to rosé. Everything kind of has its season, but right now everyone is pretty heavy into the sparkling wine thing. There's more and more of them coming out all the time.
Well, it's hot in Texas, and there's something kind of refreshing about that.
Definitely. Yeah, and with us having 12 different wineries, each of those wineries, some of them not only have one, but multiple sparkling wines to taste. So I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, of course, you work for Valley Mills Vineyards, and we were talking that a few years ago I did a piece when I was doing Traveling Texas with Ann Harder for Channel 25, came out there, and I was shown their brand new sparkling wine. So, I mean, I know it was delicious. I mean, it's very
so good. So refreshing.
So You're also going to kind of give people an opportunity to learn a little bit more about sparkling wines.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll have an educational hour or so where you can meet at a certain spot in one of the places, and we'll kind of give everyone the rundown of different ways you can make sparkling wine and the difference between what a sparkling wine is in a certain other area of the world versus
because you think
Texas.
of champagne.
Exactly.
But that's in a particular area.
Exactly. In Champagne, France. But
Champagne.
We'll talk about different types of sparkling wines and how they're made and what grapes grow really well in Texas to make sparkling wine.
Well, that's, because, are there a lot of white grapes? I mean,
there are. So for Valley Mills, for instance, we use Albarino as the grapes for our pet nat, our sparkling wine. And it's very crisp. It's really light, really citrus forward, and on a hot spring or summer day, I can't think of anything better.
That's going to be refreshing for sure. Yeah. Well, it's there's so much to know about wines. I mean, and it can be a little intimidating to people.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
But this is your training. Tell us a little bit about.
Yeah. So I really feel like this type of festival, especially this year at that beautiful location, it's a lot more approachable, kind of because it is sparkling wine. When you think sparkling wine, it's festive, right? It's
sure,
fun.
it's a party.
It's a party. And it's one of those things I like to tell people, sometimes all you have to truly know about wine is whether or not you like it.
Exactly. I mean, I have heard that,
Yeah.
that, you can get real highbrow and all that kind of thing. But really what matters is how it tastes to you, and it can taste totally different to you as it would to me.
That's right.
Which
and
is
with
interesting.
the festival, when you get your ticket, you'll get 12 tickets to walk around and do wine tasting. So you can walk around and kind of pick and choose, like, oh, maybe they have something sweeter over here, and that's what I'm geared more towards. Or, oh, I really am interested in this grape in Texas right now, and they have this type of sparkling wine made from this. I want to try that. And I always like to tell folks, one of the special things about Rootstock as well is we really do it for the wineries. The Texas wine industry, everyone's really is so close. We're all friends.
Right. And everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows everyone.
It's a relatively small world.
Definitely. So we like to tell the wineries too, it's a really good experience. It's going to be really fun. And then we encourage people to buy bottles too. Like, it's not one of those festivals where you just taste everything and that's it, you're done. We want people to go home with bottles and then,
well, you find one you like.
Exactly.
You want to take it home.
And share it with their friends and family and then look forward to Rootstock next year.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so how many years has Rootstock been going on?
We've been doing it since 2016.
Yeah.
Which, of course, 2020 we didn't do one.
Right.
We might have skipped 2021, I think, as well. One or two of those years. But for me, this will be my third year involved with it, which is exciting. And my sort of official title this year is curator of the VIP dinner, which is so exciting.
Okay, so tell me about that. That's a whole different experience, huh?
It is. So if you choose to get the VIP ticket, you get access to the entire daytime festival, just like everyone else. But at the end of when the festival ends, essentially, we are going to have a 5-course meal on the property as well, under these really beautiful oak trees with these string lights.
It's lovely. Yeah,
I'm so excited.
it is really, really lovely.
It'll be a 5-course meal with Texas wine pairings, and for the dinner too, it won't be just sparkling wine, because just to have that richer, fuller food and wine experience, we're going to do a few reds, a white, maybe one bubble. We'll see. But the Olive Branch is doing all the food for us, which they're fantastic.
They
Love
are.
the Olive Branch.
They are. You've paired well.
Thank you.
The food and the wine. And this is, again, the date is April
20th.
April 20th. So it could be warm. It could be raining. What are you going to do in that case?
I will control the weather to my best ability.
Okay.
If it does happen to rain, for the festival, we'll have plenty of tents and everything can still be covered.
Good.
For the VIP dinner, in my mind, it's outside under those beautiful oak trees.
Yeah.
There is an indoor event space if it does happen to not be ideal weather, but the wine and the food will be the same no matter where it is.
It'll be awesome no matter what. And I think people need to know that there are just 500 tickets.
Just 500 tickets this year. That's right. So historically, usually Rootstock is at least 1,000 people. It's usually a large festival. Sometimes it's downtown in Waco too, but this year we just really wanted to make it just more special, just more inclusive, more of like it's a whole experience, more one-on-one time as well with the wineries. So,
I think that's important because you learn so much.
Definitely. And
when you
even
have the chance.
for the VIP dinner, between each course, one of the winery, either the winemaker or a rep from the winery, will get to talk about each wine and tell its story. And I see a lot of that happening during the daytime festival too, since it will be a smaller crowd this year, just really making those connections and getting to really talk about the wines and the grapes and why is everyone making sparkling wine.
Well, yeah, there's just so much to find out about the state of wine industry now in Texas, and just the fact that Texas is really up and coming in this area.
Definitely. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Texas wine industry has taken a great turn. Wine Enthusiast actually just published a whole article about Texas wine.
Really?
Like a bigger article. We usually have a little snippet in Wine Enthusiast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, they make one.
Yeah, exactly. But they gave us a bigger article this month.
Well,
so
as well they should.
We're so excited.
Well, because I know Valley Mills Vineyard has won some major prizes in California.
Absolutely.
And, and we just won small thing.
No, we just won a platinum medal actually for our 2021 Morved, which is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful red wine that we make, and a platinum medal from Texom, one of the biggest competitions in the nation. So yeah, Texas wine, we're doing big things.
Well,
everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything is bigger in Texas. And of course, Valley Mills, let's talk a little bit about Valley Mills Vineyards, because it's so lovely and so easy to get to.
It is.
And open every day, isn't it?
Every day, 12 until 6, every day.
And just a lovely place to go and just kind of wash all the busyness of life off of you and sit down and relax. And
yeah, I always tell people at the winery, if they've never been or if they're considering on going, I always say, no one ever comes into the winery in a bad mood or leaves in a bad mood.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah, like it's a beautiful place. If you've never been, please come see me. Yeah, I'm there a lot.
Well, yeah, tell them what you do.
Yeah, so I'm the tasting room manager out at Valley Mills Vineyards, and I'm the event coordinator as well. So,
and you have some wonderful music.
Yeah, we do live jazz once a week.
Yeah, my friends
month.
come and perform. And we've come for that for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm the people person at the winery. And gosh, I've been there almost 4.5 years now, and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And now I get to do fun stuff like Rootstock as well. So even better.
And part of your job. I mean, that's amazing. Let's talk a little bit about your podcast.
Oh, sure.
Some of our thoughts, you and Carter.
Yes,
me and Carter. I had so much fun when I was on your podcast, and of course had a little wine. So you've got a little red here. What is this?
So I actually brought, this is the Cabernet Sauvignon from Valley Mills Vineyards. The grapes are from Nara Vineyards up in the High Plains. And then for us, we make everything all in-house. So even if we get grapes from somewhere else in Texas, it's always Texas grown. We still make everything. Right. And this Cabernet actually will be one of the wines that are going to be in the VIP dinner. So it's very, very good. It's kind of a staff favorite. Here.
Okay.
Have a little taste here. So it's Cabernet, it's full-bodied, lots of black cherry tasting notes. It's pretty dry. It's going to be great with our dinner, and we're going to have a sip now.
So is that okay?
It's a very smooth red wine, too.
It is.
Right? I think
it
so.
Is. Of course, you had me with Cab. This is
really?
my favorite, yeah.
I'm fond of Cab also.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the podcast. So Carter and I have been doing some of our thoughts here with Rogue Media Network for, my goodness, a little over 2 years.
I know.
Crazy.
And of course you have music and you just have more fun.
Yeah. We always feature a wine, and then we do a vinyl pairing and as well as a food pairing too. And the brainstorming for our show is just the best time.
To be a fly on the wall during
so
your production meetings.
It's the best. And it's also an excuse for Carter and I to have dinner once a week because we have to make all the recipes.
That's right.
To take photos of the recipes, to post on our social media, some of our thoughts.
Right.
Yeah, so it's always a good time because we're both so passionate about wine and vinyl and food pairings, and it was like, why not have a podcast?
So what is the perfect pairing? What is it you look for? Say, so you're going to have salmon.
Okay.
So is there like a rule you have to have a white wine with salmon or not?
So typically, I think a lot of it depends on how you prepare it. Kind of like salmon or chicken. If you let me Google it, what do I drink? Most of the time they will say, white wine with fish or white wine with chicken. Yeah. But if you have like a really heavy dish, say butter chicken or like salmon that's been like blackened salmon.
Yeah, lots of spices.
Just lots of spices. You can do a red with it. I would still do more of a light-bodied red, say like a Gamay, a Grenache, something on that lighter field.
What was the reasoning?
Yeah, so if you have something, say like a Cabernet with fish or with chicken, a lot of times the oak and the tannin in something heavier can just overpower the flavor of the food. And sometimes if you're tasting something, salty or smoky or something, and you have something rich like this, it might almost trick your brain into tasting something sweet from the oak, and then you'll go, "That's weird. I didn't put anything sweet in this, or I didn't put anything that has like that vanilla flavor." But you could
where
get
did that come from?
Exactly. Yeah, it's all just coming from the wine, and there's something I think really beautiful about the marriage of the flavors between wine and food, and it's really fun to explore that.
Yeah. So much to find out and
So
to
much.
learn about, but one of the best ways to do it is at Rootstock.
Exactly.
And so get your tickets, and it's a little bit better for you price-wise if you buy it online
Definitely.
ahead of time
Yes.
than to wait to try to get it at the gate if there are tickets available.
If there are tickets, that's the thing this year. With it only being 500 tickets, yeah, I would go to rootstockwinefest.com and get your tickets now.
Very good. And I was going to ask you about parking too, because are
so
you doing something special for, getting people there?
Yeah, so they
to the
actually,
venue?
since we only have that many tickets that are being sold,
Right.
the Earl Harrison House, they have a parking lot inside that fits maybe 50 cars.
Right.
But they have 2 lots right across
Across
the
the
street
street,
now.
right.
And they said that they have plenty of parking for
So that will
everyone
handle
this
it.
year.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah, so you don't have to drive and then Uber over or take a shuttle or walk a mile. Yeah, everything is right there, which is wonderful.
Very good. So, sparkling wines are going to be kind of the
Sparkling
feature for this. Going to be the Earl Harrison House in Pape Gardens, and it is the premier annual celebration of the finest Texas wines that you will find. You're going to have a band there. You're going to have some music.
Yes. So for this year, from 4 p.m. until the end of the festival, Thomas Chorba is playing, which, my goodness, if y'all haven't heard his music, please look him up. He is a folk Americana artist. I've seen him numerous times just playing around Waco. He's from Houston, I think, but he went to school here, played around. He's played at like Willie Nelson's festival. He's played some really, really big places, and I have beautiful voice, fantastic musician. I'm going to sit on the lawn at 4 o'clock and listen to him for a little bit.
Okay, so it opens at what time?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. and goes till
6:30.
Till 6:30, and then but if you have the VIP dinner,
yes,
that's
but if you have the
after that.
VIP dinner, it's on the same property. You just walk right outside of the entry gate, and then you'll see those beautiful string lights under those oak trees, and you'll get your first little small bite and kind of mingle around, and then everyone will sit for the remaining of the dinner. So you don't have to go very far this year for Rootstock. It's all in that same beautiful space.
It sounds awesome. Sarah, you are just doing all the good, and I appreciate it so much. So Valley Mills Vineyard, and you can go out to Valley Mills Vineyard, which
Definitely.
I recommend.
Yes.
Anyway, to pick up a bottle of this. Again, this is a cab.
Yes,
that is
the Nara Cabernet Sauvignon.
But is it available in other?
So this wine in particular is actually for wine club members only, which is also special for the VIP dinner. We're getting to share these wines, which we don't typically do.
Right.
We're getting to let some other people try them, and hopefully they come see us and join our wine club.
Okay, well, that's a good idea. That's a good marketing strategy. Very good. Well, I have to say cheers.
Cheers.
Sarah, thank you. And see you at Rootstock.
See you at Rootstock.
Rootstock. It's gonna be
much.
great on April the 20th.
April the 20th.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us
Thank
for
you.
Central Texas events, and we hope to see you there. Cheers.
Cheers.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.